In the last 10 years, more people are living in cities than in countrysides. As a result, more people are consuming food than growing it. Food security is now a very important issue for all governments around the world. The super rich are building alliances to get grip of the world's food supply to ensure it's lucrative for them. In India, large corporations have bribed the government into setting up 3 laws, where they indirectly set food prices and can hold the farmers at ransom. Their aim is to put farmers out of business and then buy the lands themselves and fully control the market. Farmers have been on these lands for 10 to 12 generations, and it is the main source of income for up to 25 million people. Farmers are protesting against these laws as they allow only corporations to buy their food, rather than to sell it to the government, which is what they do now. The people do not want the privatization of the food supply, as this will affect prices, income, and their standard of living. This is a monopoly or oligarchy effect. An oligarch is a rich person who takes a lot of the country's assets. In India, one of these people are Mukesh Ambani, who is the 6th richest man in the world. The corporations are already buying the crop from the farmer for 7 rupees, and then selling it in the cities for 150 rupees. The farmer is taking the risk with the weather to work hard to grow the crop. The corporations take no risk, but make huge profits. Now the corporations are saying to the farmer, we're going to give you even less than 7 rupees. The government used to guarantee the farmers the MSP, minimum support price, but these laws will remove this. This is like in the UK, the minimum wage, so every employee gets paid that minimum wage. In the UK, this is £8.73. So imagine you're getting given this wage and then one day the government removes this national minimum wage and your employer says he'll only pay you £2 an hour. If you don't like this, the employer will get someone else to take your job. So you have no choice but to now work for £2 an hour, whereas you used to work for £8.73. So would you not protest? An Indian version of Amazon is being created, which is called Geosystems. They are the ones who are trying to monopolize the food market. If the farmers can't pay their bills, they will have to sell their lands to these corporations. This is a way these manipulators are using them to work on the same land, turning them from farmers to workers. This is being done by corporations owned by Mukesh Ambani, who is the 4th richest man in the world. Just to make himself richer, he is putting 25 million farmers out of work. And this is why the world's largest protest is happening right now in India. The United Nations allows freedom to protest. While exercising these rights, the farmers have had tear gas fired at them, water cannons, baton charges, and some of them even chained up. Most of these farmers are 60 years old or even older. Due to how these farmers have been treated, their relatives who live in all countries around the world are joining together to protest outside Indian embassies. This has happened in New York, Washington, D.C., San Francisco, Chicago, Vancouver, Toronto, Calgary, London, Birmingham, Glasgow, Paris, Frankfurt, Malaysia, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Auckland, Hong Kong, Sweden, Denmark, and more being organised for each weekend, and millions have shown up. Irrespective to all these protests, you as a young British citizen may be unaware of these. The media has been slow to cover this, but now are. This has been very disappointing. When the American elections happened, Trump had been on every TV channel. However, when 260 million people are protesting against the Indian government, which is 80% of the US population, the media is not covering it as widely. This is what is really happening.
ਜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਭਰਾ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਰਹਿਣਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਰਹਿ ਕੇ ਕੀ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਖੜੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਜੇ ਦਿੱਲੀ 'ਚ ਬਣਾਉਣੇ ਪੈ ਗਏ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੜਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਚੁੱਲ੍ਹਾ ਚੌਂਕਾ ਰੱਖਾਂਗੇ
ਇੱਕ ਵੀ ਲਕੀਰ ਟੱਪ ਕੇ ਜਿਉਂਦਾ ਚਲਾ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਮਾਂ ਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੰਮੂ
ਆਪਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਥੀ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਗੋਲੇ ਖੁਦ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪ ਹੱਥਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਫੜ ਗੋਲੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਗਏ।
ਟੈਨਸ਼ਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਤਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਡਰਾਉਣਾ ਵੀ 1 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਦੀ ਕੌਮ ਜਿੱਤ ਕੇ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਣੀ।
ਇਹ ਮਰਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੁੱਤ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਤੇਗਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਧਾਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਠੰਡੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਧਾਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਨੱਚਦੇ ਝਾਂਜਰਾਂ ਝੁੰਜਰਾਂ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਨੱਚਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਏ।
I hope you all agree that we need to help the farmers because no farmers, no food. We cannot allow large corporations to wipe out millions of farmers' jobs just to make the 4th richest man in the world even richer. A healthy, successful, vibrant farming industry is essential for us to get good quality food and live healthily. Allowing corporations to create a controlled market is giving us poor quality food and reluctant health issues. We need to stand up and support such groups. In the years to come, the Indian economy is going to be one of the largest in the world. It is the I in BRICS. This means economists think India will be one of the most dominant suppliers of manufactured goods, services, and raw materials by 2050. Therefore, to aid the economic development of India, it is important that such groups are supported, so the rising growth and prosperity are shared and enjoyed by all, not just an elite few. This is a worldwide problem. Farmers are being driven out of the agricultural sector. No farmers, no food.